Hello and welcome to your number one news source for all that nerdish on Pornhub, the Creatia Conversation. I am your host, the patron saint of podcasting, the Warden Matt Ritter, and I am back for the second time this week with my co-host. He is the Will Gray, the purveyor of botch spots and chair shots and Rivet City Radio, a chef by trade, a mark by choice, but most importantly, the other half of the DP Bros.
I'm actually drinking a chocolate protein shake today because I'm trying to be healthy. But it's good to be here. This is twice in 1 week we've started our days together, Matt. That makes this one of the most consistent relationships of my life now.
It's like Allison than me. Who knows? I might bring you back Saturday for shits and gigs, and we'll make it 3 times this week.
Let's do it. A 3-way this week.
I'm doing good. Still so like I don't know how far into Final Fantasy I am, and like I want to get on a show with Travis because I know he played. I don't know how far he got, and I need to find out. And I guess I could just ask in the Slack, but like I'm at a point where like I don't know how far into the game I am because there are missions and it'll tell you how far in the mission you are. So like earlier I was 31%. I'm like, oh, am I only 31% into the game? But then I closed the game down earlier today and it said I was 78. I'm like, I know that 1 hour that I played did not span that much of a percentage of the game, so it's must just be that mission. Also a little Mortal Kombat, so got that in this morning too. I got up early this morning. I had nothing to do, like my lunch was made and shit, so I banged that shit out. We're almost done with Gen V. I've got 1 episode left. We're gonna finish that up this weekend. Oh God, all caught up on Invincible. Because that's nice. I mean, Invincible's basically the same thing, just as a cartoon. So yeah, that's me. What about you? What you got going on?
I have yesterday. I've decided to start dabbling in the culinary arts again, in a very small level. It's been talked about. It's been planned.
I think I heard something about this.
I'm going to be doing some catering stuff. It's going to be fun. It's still going to be on my schedule the way I want to do it. So yesterday I spent the day kind of revigorating the other side of my brain. If wrestling is one side, then food was the other. So I spent the day rewatching some stuff, kind of catching up on where the food scene is. And you know what? The food scene in 2023 needs Chef Will. Okay. I genuinely feel like in my heart, the Nashville food scene needs me. So I'm going to start dabbling a little bit. I'm still going to be podcasting full time. You're not going to get rid of me. I'll still be on Creatia. I'll still be on Botch Spots and getting off and smacking it raw. But I think I'm going to start cooking a little bit.
I'm happy for you. And it's funny. So you were talking about like one half of your brain's wrestling, one half of your brain's food, right? And I'd honestly say like maybe it's more like, I wouldn't even say thirds, like 2/4 or maybe 3/4 and 3/4. So 6/8 divided. And then, because anyway, I'm babbling. The point I'm getting at is food for you is horror for me. So like my 2 hemispheres are wrestling and horror. However, the reason we get along so well is what horror is for you is what food is for me. Now, I am by no means a culinary expert. I am not trained, but I like to do things in the kitchen. I like to send them to you, just like you like to check out and watch horror movies and everything. It's not as big of a deal for you as it is for me, just like cooking isn't a big of a deal as it is for me as it is for you. But those are the 3 things that we have in common, and 2 of them are just kind of switched.
That's why we love each other. Look at the hearts. Look at that. Did you see that?
How did that happen?
I don't know.
How do you do that?
I don't know. I've literally never seen that before.
What the fuck? You're fucking with me. You're doing something.
I swear to God, I've never done that before.
Why does it work for you and not for me? Is it because my fingers are fat and it doesn't look like a heart? Like, what the fuck's going on? Hey. Whatever. That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. All right. I want to thank everyone who may be joining us right now watching Will make magic fucking hearts on the other side of the screen as I epically fail, whether it is at twitch.tv/creationworld, where If you have Amazon Prime, you have Prime Gaming. If you have Prime Gaming, you get a free sub every month on Twitch. What does that mean? That means that you are already paying for Amazon Prime so that you can get all the gifts for your family for the holidays and all the other extra bullshit that you need, or you don't really need. And it costs you absolutely nothing. All you have to do is link your Twitch account to your Prime Gaming account, and then from a computer, because they have not made it available on a mobile device, go give that sub to your favorite content creator, who should be me or Will, or even Katie, because she's taking subs now. But whoever it is, it supports us. It shows us support. It helps out all of us. So please go do that, because we're here to entertain you. That's what we want to do. We're going to talk more about how I like to entertain you here in a second when we talk about the other places you can check us out, youtube.com/Creatia World, where it is free to like, to subscribe, to comment. Will, what does that do?
It boosts the algorithm and it helps find new listeners.
That is correct. And I need to find new listeners, because I can't make fucking hearts with my hands. So I need to entertain you with my voice. And I don't just want to entertain you. I want to entertain everyone you know, because I'm a what, Will?
You're a whore, Mateo.
For likes, for listens, for comments. We're going to talk about sex today. Listen, as I said, we're here to entertain you guys. It costs you absolutely nothing to do any of that, but it helps support us. So for a couple seconds of your time while you're listening to us, you hit that like, you hit that, follow, you hit the, you type a little comment telling us how good we are, how much you think we suck. Heckle me for all I care. Taekwon is normally here to do it. I don't know where the fuck he's at right now. Wait, I am making hearts. I just don't see it. Are you what? Like, were you able to see?
I don't see hearts, but Al said you have hearts now.
Okay. Because did you see it when you made hearts?
Oh, yeah. No, I saw it when I made hearts. It's like...
Or maybe she was telling me to make hearts. I can't make hearts. It doesn't do it. Why? Anyway, youtube.com. He has no hearts. I wanted him to make the hearts. I'm not making the hearts. I don't know how to make the hearts. Is that not a heart?
That looks better. That looks more like a heart than mine. Hold it over your shoulder, maybe.
Whatever.
Look, I'm not even making a heart now. I'm just making circles.
I don't know what the fuck's going on. Will's got some sort of fucking magic going on. I think he's fucking with me. Anyway, while you guys are doing that, while you're enjoying our content, as ridiculous as it is right now, also flick that bean, hit that notification bell to get notified every time we go live, Monday through Friday, for this, the Creatia Conversation, with hosts like me, like Travis, like Mara and Bridget, and all of our guests like Katie and Will. Or, Saturdays, 11 p.m. Central, midnight Eastern, for Smacking Raw. Every other Sunday, including this Sunday, for Getting Off, when we talk Pearl and X and give a little review and thoughts on those, and maybe where we think the franchise is going. Bray's kind of falling over. I'm gonna fix that. Or anything else that we might drop for you guys. Please go check it out and let us know what you guys want to see from us, and maybe you'll get some more content. We did Gaming with Creatia. Also, last but not least, if you want to watch us live, facebook.com/Creatia World. If you're a Facebook person, we're live there. You can check us out there. And that Facebook gets you links to groups like #ThemeDragons and Smacking It Raw, whether you're into Game of Thrones, House of the Dragons, or just dragons in general, like Final Fantasy 16, or wrestling. Facebook.com/group/Smacking It Raw, Facebook.com/group/ThemeDragons. For those of you who, if I'm talking too fast, it's on the screen. If you're a visual learner, there they are. All right, Will, with all that said, it is now newsy time. And let's see, where do I want to so I was looking in our news docs today, and there's a headline that says Clefairy and Teddy Ursa Squishmellows are on the way and they're too cute. And I clicked on the link, and when I clicked on the link brought me to the same website, but a completely different article, and it's best horse-like Pokemon ranked. I heard HERD, you like horses. And I was laughing with Will. Like, I found the right article, and I was laughing with Will, but he's like, we should just do this and rank our favorite horse Pokemon. But the thing is, there aren't that many horse-like Pokemon. So I feel like everything that's listed here is all of the horse Pokemon. Now
I don't think I know more than one, to be completely honest. I was just going to make up names for them like I did when you and I and Vince were doing it.
well, you have your Ponyta, the fire
Yeah.
horse, and then there's the fairy version, and then the grown-up version of that, which is Rapidash. Yeah, you
Correct.
know what, Will? Let's educate you. Let's take
do
some
it.
time to do a little Will education.
Let's talk Pokemon, Matt.
So we got Rapidash right there, right?
I have one of those.
Both versions. This is the fairy one. This is the fire one, and then obviously the Ponytas. And then you've got Spectre. Now this is a legendary from Sword and Shield DLC. So it's a ghost horse. Zebra Strike, which I feel like zebras aren't horses, but I guess they're horse-like, so we'll give it electric type. Then you got Glastrier, another legendary from the DLC from Sword and Shield.
And glaciers aren't horses either, so
no, but this is an ice horse. It's different.
Oh,
Keldeo, who has a giant dildo on his forehead.
That looks very ribbed for her pleasure. Is
Yeah,
the right way to say it, right?
I believe so. Mudbray.
That's just a jackass.
Not Bray Wyatt, Mudbray. Mudsdale, which is its evolved form.
When you give it a spirit stone.
And then Blitzel, which is the unevolved form of Zebra Strike.
That
Which
makes
also
sense.
has a little phallic thing on its forehead.
That was substantially more horses. Yeah, that was way more than I thought.
Substantially more horses than you thought. The real article, though, that we were looking for is Clefairy and Teddiursa Squishmellows are on the way, and they're too cute. Now, my daughter gets a bunch of these from people. So we've got Mickey and Minnie ones. We got something else. She does also really like Pokemon, so I might have to get her a cute little Teddiursa or Clefairy. See how, see if she wants one, because she does enjoy them. And I mean, they're fucking pillows. Who has too many fucking pillows? Will?
I have 1 million pillows.
And do you feel like it's too many?
No, I feel like I could use more in most cases. And I'm running into this thing with pillowcases where I'm not agreeing with my pillowcases. So oh yeah, pillows are a constant evolution. The over 30, I feel like pillows are needed.
For those of you interested in the Teddiursa and Clefairy Squishmallows, they are available for pre-order at the Pokemon Center website after the announcement of the new plushies earlier this year. Right now, the Pokemon joining the Pokemon Squishmallow family are Clefairy and Teddiursa, two earlier introduced species. Longtime fans of the franchise will be happy to see Generation 1 and Generation 2 characters as adorable plushies. Some of the other Pokemon that have been featured as Squishmallows are Snorlax, Togepi, Piplup, and various versions of Pikachu, of course. Clefairy is a fairy-type Pokemon introduced in the first generation of Pokemon in 1996, 98 for North America, when we didn't have fairy types. And Teddiursa is a normal-type Pokemon introduced in the franchise in Gen 2 through Pokemon Gold and Silver. Something fans may not know about Clefairy is that it is an extraterrestrial Pokemon, meaning that it isn't from Earth. The bubbly pink Pokemon is best known for being cute among many other creatures in the franchise. Teddiursa, on the other hand, very down to earth. The little bear Pokemon is known to have paws drenched in honey. Winnie the Pooh blood and honey. Remember that?
Yeah.
For comfort when nervous. Teddiursa will lick its paws. Cuteness overload. Am I right? So, there's a Gengar in there too that they didn't mention. So yeah, you need Gengar too. Yeah. For when you're sleeping. All right, let's see. What is this? Horse Pokemon. We talked about that, and I had that open twice for some reason. Bloody Disgusting. This is coming from John Squires over Bloody Disgusting. Nosferatu. We got a first look at Nicholas Hoult in Robert Eggers' remake. Also teases of Count Orlok's appearance. Robert Eggers, who did The Witch, The Lighthouse, and The Northman, is back next year with a remake of the horror classic Nosferatu, and a new image has surfaced this week. Are you familiar with Nicholas Hoult?
It sounds familiar. I've recognized some of the movies you rattled off. I'm more curious about the remake of Nosferatu, because that's like the godfather of vampire movies.
So this is Nicholas Hoult. He played Beast in like the newer X-Men movies.
Yes, then I know who he is.
Yeah. Okay, so that is him from this movie, and I'm guessing this blurry image over here on the side might be the tease of Count Orlok.
Okay.
I could see that. Like, there's a head here, there's a hand here. He looks kind of, yeah, I could see
Creepy.
that. Yeah.
I like it.
Like the previous image of Lily Rose Depp in the film, the next one comes courtesy of Empire Magazine's 2024 preview, and it gives us the first look at Nicholas Holt's character. Look closely above, and you'll also see a glimpse of Bill Skarsgård's Count Orlok. And as soon as they said Bill Skarsgård, they got my attention. He played Pennywise. He does creepy really fucking well, and I think that's a great casting choice for Count Orlok. Even though I'm not a huge fan of the stuff that this director has done previously, I'll still check this out.
It looks cool. I think the addition of the guy who plays Beast, and I'm terrible with names, and you know that. He has a kind of that comedic value to serious roles in everything he's ever done. So here's hoping that we'll get a couple of those dry one-liners in this, even in such a serious remake as Nosferatu. So I'm here for it. This is a remake that we did need because it's one of those classic, like I said, it's like the Godfather of all vampire stories. So to get a remake of this now, this is a story that needs to be told again because it's been so long. So I like it.
So this is going to feature Lily Rose Depp, obviously daughter of Johnny Depp, Nicholas Hoult, who was in the picture, Bill Skarsgård, like I said, Pennywise, Willem Dafoe, Aaron Taylor Johnson, who's kick-ass, and he's going to be in Craven, the Hunter, Ralph Ineson from The Witch, Simon McBurney, and Emma Corrin. So yeah, a lot of people in this movie. Like I said, it's probably going to look fucking beautiful because The Witch looked beautiful and it was great and it was set, in the time. It was just boring as fuck for me. So I'm hoping that's not the case with this. And then my wife was really excited about The Northman and she did not like that. Robert Eggers' Nosferatu is a gothic tale of obsession between a haunted young woman in the 19th century Germany and the ancient Transylvanian vampire who stalks her, bringing untold horror within. I think we're both down. I'll check it out.
Yeah, for sure. There's over 50% chance I'll see that movie.
18 minutes in, sounds like it's time for a trailer. Let's go with the Book of Clarence.
I'm here to enlighten you.
Hallelujah. When you see me, say hallelujah.
I'm Clarence. Where I'm from, you fight to survive. I'm not a bad person, just playing the cards I was dealt. Mom, one day I'm gonna get you out of here. I have a plan.
What are we doing here?
Jesus lives there.
Hallelujah, baby.
We're gonna beat the crap out of Jesus.
I want to be like that in 10 years.
I want to be like that now.
I need to figure out what inspires him. I can just replicate what he does. Imagine the money people will give us.
Hallelujah. Holy shit, I get high as Buddha. Put you on that highway to heaven like
What?
Uber.
Oh, dead one, open your eyes. Elijah.
What are you trying to prove?
And I'm not a nobody.
You find faith, and you will find all the answers.
I'm sure
There
you would.
he is. There's Ty.
You are guilty of the crime fraud for your own ill-gotten gains. If you give me Jesus of Nazareth, I will let you walk free.
This is my hate.
And I will give you power, wealth. You'll be somebody.
Is that Charles Xavier?
Yes.
I die before I give him room.
And death it is.
My congregation gon'
And the dude from Split.
I want my flowers and flower vases. I want carnations. I want begonias. I want petunias and flower coolers.
Run!
Cause I'm a God, so when you see me, say hallelujah.
Lance, in spite of your selfish ways, there is
Looks
a beautiful
really good.
soul in there somewhere.
Hallelujah. And I'm a God, so when you see me, say hallelujah.
Damn it, Ty.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Jesus of Nazareth.
I'm a God, so when you see me, say hallelujah.
I'm destined to be here.
Hallelujah.
Interesting.
Hallelujah, baby. Yeah.
That looks dope as fuck.
God pays child support. This Jesus turns water into Kool-Aid. We love you, Taekwon. Yeah, no, that looked really good. I'm actually pretty excited for that.
I like the idea of a hustle, like pretending to be him while he's like on the other side. Like that's. I wonder if anybody actually did that.
That is exactly what religion is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like in real time, like if some hustler back in the day was like, yo, I look like this guy. I bet I can pretend to be him if my boys played the role right. Like, I wonder if anybody was smart enough to pull that hustle back in the day.
Maybe, but I mean, at this point, though, like essentially that's what religion is doing. All churches are using the ideas, you even see preachers who claim to have the powers of God and Jesus healing people, this and that, and taking they're doing the same thing now, like have been for years, decades.
No, I
Centuries.
get the bigger picture of it. I was just like, that little side hustle, that was genius.
Back then, yeah.
That's why I still think it would be fun to start a cult. I'm just saying.
I just watched a TikTok about this chick who ended up in a cult and didn't realize she was in a cult. It was one of those like I call them the Susie videos where that poor girl and her homemade pesto or her store-bought pesto. Yeah.
I love that trend.
This is coming from the Hollywood Reporter, Winston Cho. The WWE UFC merger challenged in a lawsuit alleging sham sales process for mega deal. I'm sure you've heard about this, Will, knowing the groups that we're in and the circles that we run in. Investors claim that WWE board members favored a merger with Endeavor's UFC to allow Vince McMahon to stay on as executive chairman of TKO Group, but they removed him. So anyway, Vince McMahon's corporate coup that paved the path for him to force his way back onto the WWE board and merge the sports entertainment powerhouse with Endeavor's UFC is back in the spotlight with a lawsuit arguing that he ignored more lucrative offers at the expense of investors. A suit unsealed in the Delaware Court of Chancery on November 22nd alleges that McMahon pushed a quick sale of WWE to Endeavor chief Ari Emanuel, his close friend and longtime ally, who proposed a sweetheart deal that allowed the wrestling mogul to stay on as executive chairman of TKO Group and avoid scrutiny in connection with the sexual misconduct allegations that could have ousted him from the company. According to the complaint filed by investors, WWE board members conjured up a sham sales process designed to favor Endeavor and exclude other bidders seeking to axe McMahon, disregarding at least 2 all-cash offers with better terms. The complaint extensively details McMahon's turbulent tenure as the head of WWE, culminating in September with the formation of the TKO Group through a $21 billion merger between UFC and WWE. He had returned to the company in January after having stepped down as chief executive amid a sexual misconduct investigation into $17.4 million in hush money payments to 4 different women formerly employed by the company. McMahon, as WWE's controlling stockholder, removed and replaced 3 then-serving board members with himself and former executives George Barrios and Michelle Wilson. If McMahon was found to have breached his duty of loyalty, WWE stockholders could have sought his removal as a director, states the suit. Such scrutiny appears to have prompted McMahon to seek a quick sale of the company that also allowed him to continue running the WWE. WWE announced on the same day as Vince McMahon's return in January a review of strategic options. In a statement, he said that he wanted to lead any talks about possible sales and rights negotiations themselves. Investors claim that he immediately turned to Emanuel, his former agent, whom he knew would allow him to remain at the helm of the merged entity. They say that both processes and price points were unfair and alleging there were better deals on the table. Is there anything in here about when they cut him out? Which were completely ousted. Generate combination. McMahon's okay. Not only did he secure a future for himself at post-merger WWE, McMahon also stuffed his pockets and those of his loyalists before agreeing to a deal, states the complaint, at which point he and former chief executive Nick Khan securing so-called golden parachutes along with Khan, McMahon's son-in-law, and WWE chief content officer Paul Levesque, and WWE president Frank A. Riddick getting a combined $25 million in cash bonuses. But like, we're on the same page, right? Vince was pushed out of the TKO Group, right? or at least a role of running WWE?
So I've been following this very closely, and I'm going to try to do this in a very like shortened version of it because I've done a lot of coverage on this starting on December 31st. I made a TikTok and I had been reading about it in Forbes and a few other things. And I said, my New Year's prediction, what if Vince McMahon shows up and he takes his 80% of the company and he forces a sell? You know what I mean? What if he forces his way back in, says, fuck you, I'm out, let's sell the company? January 4th, he came back and started the process. During the process, I followed it closely because I said with everything involved with the 20 million in hush money and all the lawsuits that are going, he's playing chess, not checkers. And I talked about it in an article I wrote because bringing in people who oversaw the TV deals took pay cuts when they came on so that they could get more money on the back end when they would get released again on their severance and stuff. And I was like, if my half burnt out, freelance journalist mind can see how blatantly illegal this is, it's only a matter of time. So as the chess pieces moved around, I kept seeing it fall into place. So when you brought this article up, I cheered because I reported on Monday night that this article dropped because I said in January that sometime that that one domino would fall that would tie it all together, because this lawsuit says that all the chess pieces I've been talking about Vince McMahon moving around to stay ahead of the legal action finally caught up to him, because I've been saying the whole time all it was going to take is one thing to tie all this together, and Vince is big fucked. He was forced out of TKO in a sense that he wasn't allowed to be head of WWE, right? But after the merger, WWE is a sub entity inside of TKO Holdings. So he can be over TKO without being over WWE, even though technically speaking, he's the chief executive officer of TKO Holdings, which is both WWE and UFC now.
Right. One of the reports that I heard recently was that they didn't want Vince in creative, that they wanted the people doing the creative to run it, and they kind of pushed him out of that, which
that's 100% true.
So don't get me wrong. I'm all for Vince getting his due. 4 women that we know of, $20 million in hush money for sexual misconduct. That alone, I'd like to see him get put away. I know. Yeah.
One woman, okay, she's a referee, and I'll make this short. 1983, he got acquitted of rape charges, and she was on WWE's payroll, Matt, for 30 years as a paid employee as part of her hush money.
Mm-hmm.
He was paying a woman a salary so she wouldn't talk about him raping her and graping her. The fruit enthusiast. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I try to watch those words but trigger warning. But like, this is the sleazy stuff this man has been doing behind the scenes this whole time. And I've just been chomping at the bit, anxiously awaiting all of this to come out.
And honestly, it's not a surprise, because he was doing sleazy stuff on screen, and Vince has always said the best characters are you turned up
to 11.
Exactly. So if the guy who is sexualizing his own daughter on TV and openly cheating on his wife and putting her in a medication-induced coma and making her watch and all of these things is this person on TV at an 11, you turn it down, he's still that person behind the scenes.
Still a creep.
So I'm all for that. But also, like, when I saw more lucrative deals, I'm like, you got $21 fucking billion. How much more money? Like, I get it. This is the linchpin to sink him. So I'm good with that. But just reading, well, we only sold for $21 billion. There were more lucrative deals. As someone who will never see $1 billion in their life, 1 billion, that just seems ridiculous to me.
He sold WWE. TKO Holdings is a $20 billion company. He sold WWE for $9.2 billion. Okay. Right. That $9.2 billion was over 25% short of the market value, as when Forbes initially listed it at almost $11 billion. So he cut almost $2 billion off of his net worth to sell to Endeavor inside of 6 months. There's some legs to this.
Oh yeah. There
Like,
definitely is.
and I'm glad this is finally it. I'm glad somebody finally caught it and it's finally happening. Because again, I've been covering it for 6 months on Botch Spots. Like, I kept saying all they're gonna have to do is catch him one time and everything falls into place.
I'm glad Tommy's still practicing his Spanish, even though Katie's not here.
Hola, papi, ¿cómo
Consistency.
estás?
All right, Will. We're going to take a quick ad break, but before we do that, something I need to talk about, patreon.com/Creatia World. Ladies and gentlemen, over there, you know the deal, you know the spiel, you know what I'm going to say. We have 3 podcasts for $1. Return to Wrestling, WCW, Matt and Travis. Spring Stampede 1998 is our newest episode, but you get everything we've done when you subscribe, all the way from the first Nitro. 3 years worth of content right there, plus a new episode every month for $1. Same dollar. Multiverse with Travis and Mara. Again, everything that they have done, all of the DC animated films, plus a new one every month, including The Killing Joke, which was this past month's. And there is one next month, which is only a couple days away. So if you subscribe now, you'll still get those episodes. And newly added to the list, if you have to ask, me and my wife sitting down doing Am I the Asshole posts and talking about our lives and a little bit of that. And there's only one episode available of that right now. It's a brand new podcast, only available to you at Patreon, but you will get a new one every month as well. All of that stuff is great for $1. $1 a month. Now, if you want to show us a little bit more support, you go to patreon.com/Creatia World. We have other tiers. Everything in that $1 tier is available at the other tiers. However, you get more cool shit if you pay a little more, like all of our shows ad free. If you're tired of watching YouTube and you're sick of getting ads every 20 seconds and you're fed up with it, if you're one of those people that'll pay the extra money so you don't have to watch ads, we have a tier for you so you can enjoy us ad free. However, if you're watching us live or if you're listening to this, we also have some great sponsors, especially now that the holidays are around the corner. You want to get yourself a little something for Christmas, your significant other, your pet. You need a little bit of energy for these late nights, wrapping gifts and cooking and dealing with family, just something to keep you up and motivated. We've got something for you, and Travis is here to tell you all about that now.
I spice things up in the bedroom. Then it's time to check out Adam and Eve. Because you see, Adam and Eve is the leading adult toy store that offers a wide range of products to help you explore your sexual desires. Whether you're looking for something to use solo or with a partner, they have everything you need to satisfy your cravings. From vibrators to lingerie, bondage gear to lubricants, AdamandEve.com has it all. And the best part, you can shop with confidence, knowing that all their products are of high quality and backed by a 100% satisfaction guarantee. That means whether you bought a dildo, sex swing, penis ring, vibrator, anal sex toy, bondage toy, couples toy, lube, or accessory, you can get a refund within 90 days if you're not 100% satisfied. No questions asked. And right now, as a special offer to our listeners, Adam and Eve is giving you 50% off almost any item on their website. That's right, 50% off. And if you act now, you'll also get free shipping. So go to adamandeve.creatiaworld.com and use the offer code erotica at checkout. That's erotica at adamandeve.creatiaworld.com for 50% off almost any item and free shipping. Don't wait. This offer won't last very long. The link is in the description. Attention dog lovers. Are you looking for high quality products to spoil your furry friend? Then you need to check out dog.com. Because you see, dog.com is the go-to online store for all your dog-related needs. They offer a huge selection of dog food, treats, beds, and more. Plus, they have products for all types of dogs, from puppies to seniors and everything in between. And the best part, you can shop with confidence knowing that all their products are made with your dog's health and happiness in mind. Dog.com only stocks top-rated brands that you can trust, so you can rest easy knowing your dog is getting the best. And right now, as a special offer to our listeners, dog.com is doing a big warehouse clearance sale. And all you have to do is go to dog.creationworld.com and you can get up to 80% off on all sorts of items like toys, treats, bones, harnesses, bowls, leashes, and anything else you can think of. So go to dog.creationworld.com and take advantage of this sale right now. Spoil your furry friend with the best products from dog.creationworld.com today. Link is in the description. Are you tired of feeling sluggish and unfocused throughout the day? Then it's time to try Dubby, the ultimate energy source. Dubby is a powerful clean energy drink that is designed to help you stay alert and focused no matter what life throws your way. Whether you're a student, a busy professional, an athlete, or especially a gamer, Dubby can give you the boost you need to take on the day or the night. It also contains important aminos and vitamins that canned energy drinks simply don't have. And the best part, Dubby is made with high quality ingredients and is completely sugar-free, maltodextrin-free, and is keto-friendly. So you can enjoy the energy boost without any of the crash, jitters, or angst that comes with traditional energy drinks. Simply mix Dubby with water and you'll have a delicious, refreshing energy drink that can help you power through your entire day. And with a variety of flavors to choose from, including Galaxy Grenade, Beach and Peach, and Dragonade, you're sure to find one that you love. So go to dubby.creationworld.com and order your Dubby today. And for a limited time, use code Creatia at checkout to get 10% off your order. That's Creatia at w.creationworld.com for 10% off. Try Dubby today and feel the difference. The link is in the description.
Dude, what the fuck? What? Oh, there it is. Why?
Woo!
Why is there
Thank you!
setting I have to
Thank
turn on?
you!
Shoosh, please. No, is there something that you have activated that I don't? Like what?
Apparently,
Like,
it's some weird Mac thing that I get that you don't get because you're on a PC and I'm on a Mac. So I mean,
bullshit.
It is what it is.
I used to be on a Mac too. You have to have a Mac. I am a Mac, but that's neither here nor there. So we talked about sexual misconduct and God damn it. Sexual misconduct and allegations and the negative sides of that. Let's talk about some positive. Let's talk positively about sex. Let's talk about sex. This is coming from Rolling Stone. Christy Lee Yandoli. How Hollywood's sex scenes will change with the new SAG AFTRA contract. So intimacy coordinators say it's a big win. They are finally being put and acknowledged in a union deal and is a big step forward for performer protections. Close that. Minimize that. In the last handful of years, intimacy coordinators have been normalized on Hollywood sets when it comes to actors engaging in nudity and sex scenes. But it wasn't until SAG-AFTRA negotiated their tentative agreement with the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers that language around intimacy coordinators was officially recognized in the contract by both the union and the studios, which members of the negotiating committee, as well as working intimacy coordinators, see as a big win. If you guys aren't familiar, an intimacy coordinator is someone there to help the actors doing the nude scenes and the sex scenes feel comfortable and work through it in a way that makes everyone comfortable, so it's not creepy. They don't feel taken advantage of or exposed. They're there to support the actors in the scenes and help them get through it in a productive way. Because I mean, if you're not doing porn regularly, like sometimes, especially in the way that sex scenes are shot, it's not really romantic. It's not that anyway. You've got all these people staring at you. Like, it can be kind of traumatizing, to be there in those positions doing these things. So that's what these people are there for. This is the first contract where intimacy coordinators are mentioned in the contract. I just think that it is very common to have either an uncomfortable or possibly traumatic experience when it comes to this. Negotiating committee member Caitlin Dunley tells Rolling Stones. And it's not healthy for us or our sets, so it's a great victory to have this in our contract. Delaney is also an LA board member in SAG AFTRA, is on the Sexual Harassment Prevention Committee, and has been outspoken voice for the importance of intimacy coordinators in Hollywood ever since she came forward with sexual misconduct allegations against Harvey Weinstein. Delaney says that she's been helping to work out a number of efforts to push forward more inclusion for intimacy coordinators over the last 5 years or so that led up to being able to really advocate for this in the contract. This was a huge win. It was a huge gain, and we really pushed for it. Pointing out that one of the major components worth celebrating is the fact that performers cannot be retaliated against for asking for an intimacy coordinator on set. I think for my whole career, I was used to advocating for myself in that situation, but that can be very intimidating, she says. I think that it would have been lovely to have someone there navigating intimate scenes. In the past, you would stand up for yourself, but you would worry. It's almost like being a warrior or something, as opposed to just an open, creative, happy person. Members of the Screen Actors Guild have until December 5th to vote to ratify the tentative agreement, and were sent the full 128-page contract on Friday. Producers will use best efforts to engage in intimacy coordination for scenes involving nudity or sex acts. Producers will also consider in good faith any request by a performer or a performer's representative to engage an intimacy coordinator for other scenes. Producers shall not retaliate against a performer for requesting an intimacy coordinator, the contract reads. So this is all good shit, right?
I don't think there's anything wrong with anything you've said.
Like, having these protections for these actors and these actresses to make them more comfortable on set. Like, the article reads how sex scenes will change. They're not really changing for us, like us viewing them, right? Like, we're still going to have nudity. We're still going to have sex. You know, if you've listened to anything I've said on most anything I've ever done, I love boobs. I advocate for more nudity and sex in my TV shows. It's just what I enjoy. But making sure that the actors and actresses are comfortable doing these things is important, and having this language in the contract to protect them, to make them feel more comfortable for asking for these things and using these things. Because, like, we talk mental health and we talk all these things, right? And a lot of it, there's a stigma behind it, especially in Hollywood when it comes to sex scenes, you know, especially with female actresses who are expected to do things and say things and have been harassed and all these things. There's a lot of uncomfortable, like, I feel like I have to do this even though I don't want to. Where the fuck do you work?
That's awesome. She works in downtown. Like, she's not like out in the sticks. Like,
why is there a goat running around downtown?
There's no telling. Like, it
is Tennessee.
It is Tennessee. And when I say a big town, I mean Murfreesboro is smaller than Nashville, but like we've got a big university. It's like 50 or 60,000 people who live in this city. Like, it's a decent sized little town. And we still have wild animals running downtown past office buildings and stuff. We're in the sticks.
Tommy's moving.
Come on.
Moving to Tennessee.
We've got clubs up here, homie. I got some people I could introduce you to.
All right. So we've got a preview teaser for a preview teaser trailer released for Agatha Darkhold Diaries. Now, we've talked a lot about the MCU, where they're at and all of that, and it doesn't seem like they're going to stop anytime soon. So let's check out this. Once there we go.
I was so patient, waiting for you to reveal your true self.
We knew we had something special on our hands, but I think we were all flabbergasted by the reception. People were hungry for something that felt nostalgic and something that everybody could sit around and watch and wait for on Friday nights. Like, who stays at home on Friday nights and watches something with their family?
You have no idea what you've unleashed.
WWE.
Yeah.
You're going to need me.
I watch TV on Friday nights.
You know, I started talking to Marvel about developing something else. And so we had early conversations about, you know, what could that be? And maybe it's this property and maybe it's this property. And everything that I pitched included a storyline about Agatha. I remember Kevin saying to me, like, we really should think about an actual Agatha show. And I was like, where do I sign for that job?
Yeah, we got it.
the character is so deep and heartfelt and dangerous, and continuing the story of Agatha and getting to know her more was immediately an imperative for us as creatives.
There would be nothing more delicious to Agatha Harkness than to be in a spin-off. The whole thing made total sense to me, and I was just so excited and thrilled.
I love you guys so much.
Love you, Catherine.
Love you back.
To be playing a witch in the MCU is amazing.
That gets you pumped for Agatha Harkness, Darkhold Diaries?
I think it's cool. I don't know exactly who she is or how she ties into the story, really, but like,
You didn't watch WandaVision?
it's been a lot of sleep since I watched WandaVision. I mean, here's the thing with the MCU. Big fan of the movies. I've watched most of the shows, didn't finish most of the shows.
Okay.
Especially those first couple runs, and I think WandaVision fell into it where it was like they were just churning out content, and I didn't feel like it held up to snuff with the rest of it. I get the gist of the stories and understand how they're tying it all together. This may be one of those really cool ass character story arcs that need its own, and it's going to be amazing and blown away. That'll be cool. I'm here for it. But this is one of those things where it's with Marvel, quantity over quality. If they make this and it busts, how many more times can they do this before DC catches them?
I mean, live action DC still is failing to do that, so we will see.
That's true. Because we talked about that some on Monday, didn't we, with the new animated stuff coming out?
Yeah, no, there's new animated stuff, and it looks fucking fantastic, and they kill their animated stuff. However, we'll see what James Gunn can do. Like, let's not jump ahead of ourselves. I feel like he has something very ambitious planned, so we have to see how that all plays out, because it's very ambitious what he plans on doing. So, but as of anything recently, outside of sporadic Batman movies, anything in sort of a shared universe just hasn't been working for them. You know, there's a couple decent to good movies here or there, but other than that, it all falls apart. Like when everyone's supposed to come together and it's supposed to be amazing, that's when it's at its worst, in my opinion.
Fair. No, it's fair. And I guess maybe part of my jadedness towards the MCU is maybe it's just kind of being burnt out because I feel like they're just constantly throwing stuff at us since the Infinity Saga ended, and they've been just seeing what sticks to the wall. You know, nothing is felt as stable and hitting home as hard as the Avengers story at the end of the last phase since that phase ended. You know what I mean? Nothing is hit quite the same way.
Yeah, I can see that. This is so you speak a little bit of Spanish. Obviously, my co-host Vince speaks some Spanish. Tommy is working on speaking some Spanish. And all of that is relevant because, coming from IGN.com's Kat Bailey, the Boys spinoff set in Mexico, reportedly in the works at Amazon. Spanish language spinoff will be set in Mexico City. The world of the Boys could soon be expanding once again. Variety reports that another of the Boys spinoff is currently in development, with Mexico City expected to be the setting. The Spanish language spinoff would be Amazon's latest attempt to create a local language of one of the Prime Video's popular properties, joining the likes of Citadel and Comicston. According to the report, Blue Beetle writer Gareth Dunnett Alcocer is attached to write the new spinoff. Diego Luna and Gail Garcia Bernal would also potentially be involved as executive producers. And if Diego Luna's involved, Katie's interested. Amazon did decline to comment. Assuming it moves forward, the untitled spinoff would join Gen V and animated series The Boys Diabolical as the latest entries in the burgeoning Boys universe. The franchise has proven immensely popular, with Gen V received high marks for its depiction of contemporary teen sex comedies, ruthless The Boys tomfoolery, and ambitious shock and awe excellence that fans deserve. The flagship show, based on the comic book series of the same name, launched back in 2019, and the fourth season slated to release in 2024. Show creator Eric Kripke is reportedly involved in the upcoming spinoff as an executive producer. Not much else is known at this time, with the exact plot details remaining firmly underway. While you wait, They have a guide, everything you need to know. You can check out again. But Spanish language exclusive spinoff to the show.
I liked The Boys. I don't know. I mean, there's got to be a market for it if they're spending the money on it. You know, I don't think Jeff Bezos has so much money that Amazon's just throwing money away now in the hundreds of thousands of millions. So I think that if there's a market for it and they think it'll do well, great. I thought The Boys were hilarious. That anti-hero, bad guy, good guy stuff, Homelander, the depths, like the crazy dude, like God, there was so many good like points of that show. She sent a video of the goat. That sounds like a trap.
It does. It really does.
But I'm here for it. The Boys, that was a cool show. I liked it. I liked the story. It was fun. It's the, like I said, the anti-comic book movie or TV show rather. So if there's a market for it, fuck it. Let's have the all Spanish speaking boys. Los hijos.
Well, like, so Sons of Anarchy kind of sort of did this, but not really with Mayans. I like the idea of taking these popular properties and then looking at other demographics outside of either America or that exist in America where English isn't your first language, and then creating properties for these demographics and to appeal to these people. You know, there are going to be trolls and people, oh, why do they have to make something that I don't speak Spanish? It's not like, shut the fuck up. Like, it's not for you. Not everything is for you. Not everything that is ever made is for you. You have had a lot of stuff. You've got a lot of shows in English. You've got The Boys. You've got all this stuff. There's nothing wrong with letting some people have, you know, their own version of something you already enjoy so that they can enjoy it in their native tongue. Like, or, you know, like when we, like all the people that got mad because they cast a black girl as Ariel in The Little Mermaid in the live action movie. Like, you had a white Ariel for fucking when did that come out? Like 1930s, 40s, whenever the fuck.
Yeah, it's one of the oldest properties. Yeah, I don't know
like,
exactly.
For fucking ever. And now all of a sudden we make one for other people to relate to. Oh, this isn't, you guys got to stop with that shit. You really do. One more. Where do I do? All right, so there's been rumors since we've been talking MCU. We're going to close out with MCU because you've stated where you're at on the MCU and you're jaded to Marvel stuff, right?
Yeah.
So maybe this will help bring you back. So this comes from ScreenRant.com. Chris Evans breaks silence on the original Avengers' possible MCU return. Rumors have spread that the original Avengers are coming back to the MCU, and Chris Evans has finally addressed if they're true or not. Chris Evans has addressed the rumors that Marvel plans to bring back all of the original Avengers to the MCU. Recent rumors have developed that Marvel Studios, in the midst of a few disappointing box office performances, is planning to bring back the original 6 Avengers, meaning Hulk, Iron Man, Captain America, Hawkeye, Black Widow, and Thor. All would return for some new project. No further details, including how or when this reunion could potentially happen, were revealed. In a recent appearance on The View, Evans responded to these rumors. The star, who played Captain America in the MCU from 2011 to 2019, said he knows the rumors but hasn't heard anything to validate them. While he didn't completely deny the possibility that he could return, he said he would only do it if the project were perfect. Check out his full quote below. You know, I have always seen those reports too. It's news to me. I think every couple of months someone says that they're getting Downey and Hemsworth and Scarlett and everyone's coming back. No one's spoken to me about it. And look, I would never say never, but I'm very protective. It's a very precious role to me, so it would have to be just right. Does this feel like the CM Punk stuff?
Yes.
You were like, it's rumors, and because it's rumors, and then they're like, no one's spoken to me, it's not happening, blah, blah, blah. Then all of a sudden we get it. Like, do you feel like that's what's happening here?
Enough people are talking about it, and I'll say the same thing here that I said about Punk. People don't say the same stuff exactly from 20 different perspectives with all the same story, and there not be some validity to what they're saying. if everybody is saying Marvel is floundering and they're worried about it, so they want to bring back the cash cow, that 1000% makes sense. Like, they're not going to tell us because they don't want to spoil it. They don't want to put it out there. They don't want to put the cart before the horse, any cheesy cliche and analogy you want to use. But when it boils down to it, just like what CM Punk said on Monday night, they're here to make money. They're not here to make friends.
Love that quote. And with that, Will, I think we're done for today. I think that was a nice, easy hour. So thank you for joining me.
Please tell. Yeah.
I hate you so much. Please tell everyone where they can find you.
First and foremost, Mateo, I want to say I love you and thank you for everything you do. If you're interested in my shenanigans elsewhere, you can find me, my link tree at the Will Gray. If you click the link, you'll find everything that I do for Botch Pots and Chair Shots, Rivet City Radio, Off the Top Media, Creatia World, all of my dirt sheet writing, all of that's there for you. Mateo, I love you. I think this has been a great day.
Just wasting my time. You guys can follow everything Creatia World at creatiaworld.com. The website is back up and it gets you links to everything, whether it is the audio, the video, the merch, the Patreon. Everything you need from Creatia World is right there at creatiaworld.com. So please go check out our website. You guys can also check us out in my favorite place after the fact. We cannot go live there yet. I don't know if that's still in the works or not, but pornhub.com/model/Creatia World. We have Pornhub exclusive watch-alongs that you can only watch there because of the content. We can't show it to you anywhere else. If that doesn't spell it out for you, I don't know what else does, but it is Will and I and Katie and Just sitting down watching porn parodies. Allison had to edit the shit out of one of them because Pornhub has rules. They're there. They're great. They're funny. Please go check them out. Enjoy them as well as all of our other content. I am the innovator of podcasts on Pornhub. It is my favorite thing that we have done. It is, everything that our brand is kind of revolves around at this point. It's my favorite place to see everyone go and enjoy us and watch us. So please go check us out there as well. You guys can follow everything Creatia World, Instagram, TikTok, and X at It's Creatia World, ITSCREATIA World. Me, hi, Matt Ritter, at Matt Ritter on Twitter, at MATTRIDDER, and at Getting Off, Matt Ritter for your wrestling content, Getting Off for your horror content. Then I decided, hey, you know what? There are other social medias, and maybe I should stop being old grumpy man and learn how to fucking use them. So we've got TikTok, we've got Threads, we've got Blue Sky, we've got Instagram, all at Smacking It Raw because I didn't want to create two profiles on every social media platform. So you will get Getting Off and Smacking It Raw content there at Smacking It Raw on Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, Threads, all of it for you. Go check that out as well. What's going on here? What's Tommy doing? Tommy sending emojis. Great. Yep. That and for the Will Gray, I'm the patron saint of podcast and the Warden Matt Ritter. This has been your number one news source for all that nerdish on Pornhub.